EastEnders is next. Now on BBC Three with some strong language. Two new Brits must ditch the fags, booze and attitude when they move in with the God-loving Hills family.
Around the world, many parents raise their kids on a diet of strict discipline.
It's our responsibility as parents to be in control of the music that they listen to, the movies they watch, and the friends they have.
Rigid boundaries.
Am I friends with my children? No, I'm not your friend, I'm your parent.
And immediate consequences.
My dad is really strict. If you break the rules, it can be very scary.
But can traditional parenting change the lives of rebellious British teenagers?
I was brought here on this earth to party.
She can be an absolute nightmare. It's awful.
My lifestyle is playing Xbox, getting hammered and having sex.
Yeah, I went to anger management. Got kicked out of anger management for being angry.
No one can tell me what to do. Not even the Queen of England can tell me what to do.
He's slapped me, he's poked me, he's pushed me, he's done it all.
I am what I am. If you don't like it, then jog on.
To find out, two teens who've never met before will leave their fraught families behind.
Maybe she'll come back, Kyle, and be nice. That way.
And head off to the far corners of the world where they will live according to strict rules imposed by new parents.
You are not in the UK, you are in Barbados.
They're the most awful people I've ever met in my whole life.
If she wants to throw a hissy fit, she can have her hissy fit.
I'm going home, folks.
This is our rule. If you're going to cop an attitude about it, forget it.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What a fool.
I'm not going to stand there and argue with that psychotic bitch. Seriously.
If this is how they are, I'm sorry for Britain.
Let's get pissed!
16-year-old Rosie Hind is an unstoppable party animal.
What's the point in going out and just being sober? Like, it would just be rubbish.
She does like to rip the backside out of things. You know, if she's drunk, she's not just a little bit drunk, she's paralytic.
1, 2, 3, go.
Like, Rosie, listen.
Yeah.
Darling, please be careful because the people could put anything in your drinks.
Are you ready, girls?
It's like talking to a brick wall.
Right now, it's like my time to go crazy, really. And like, no one's going to stop me from doing it.
Just know what it is, because it's a definite 100% no.
Rosie's volatile temper leaves Mum feeling powerless.
She's either lovely or she's vile.
Put that down!
Oh, just don't start, you two.
Shut up.
She's called me the C word a few times, usually a fatsy. Rosie, calm down. I didn't mean to offend you.
Don't talk to me.
To avoid confrontation, Mum allows Rosie to rule the roost.
I have learnt to back off, and that's just really the only way. I didn't mean to offend you.
Just stop talking then.
It probably is quite hard to say no to me. That's probably why I get away with so much.
She's very headstrong in everything. I mean, she is so determined. I would say a master manipulator at the tender age of 16.
2 years ago, things got much worse at home when Rosie's mum and dad suffered marital problems.
It's made me overcompensate because she's my baby and I can't bear her being hurt. It's really, really wounded her inside, although she won't admit it. And there is a lot of anger inside her. She does have a lot of anger.
Around this time, Rosie stopped going to school and Mum didn't feel strong enough to control her.
Just before my 14th birthday is when I stopped going to school. I just decided that I didn't like it, so I wasn't going to go.
We had to go to court and that didn't even work. And wild horses would not have got her there. And I have tried everything.
I'm going to climb over the fence in a minute.
Mum Lynn is scared that Rosie's hell-bent on throwing her future away.
It can't go on like this, otherwise she is going to have huge problems and she's going to ruin the rest of her life.
Stop talking to me like I'm a child, because I'm not.
You are my child.
Yeah, but I'm not a child, though.
But you are my child. But yeah, but you behave
Nick Barrientos may be 18, but he acts more like a boy than a man.
He's not growing up.
No.
He's a spoiled brat.
I'm not a child, so don't treat me like one.
You show me every single day you're a 5-year-old child.
I hate being told what to do. Not even the Queen of England can tell me what to do.
Nick left school with 8 GCSEs, but refuses to continue his education or get a job.
Hard labour is just scary. I can't handle a full-time job. Have some money. Why? Please.
He needs hard work and to realize that he's on planet Earth.
That's it, yeah.
You need to stop being so lazy.
Nick's hiding a secret from his mum and stepdad, Christian. Smoking marijuana is his favourite pastime.
Mum does not know that I smoke a lot of drugs. She would go mad.
Mum is also keeping secrets from Nick. When he was a baby, she fled Colombia to escape from gang violence, but she refuses to discuss her past life in Colombia or who his father is.
I've never spoken to Nicholas about why I'm here, because this is a very sensitive part of my life that it hurts me a lot still.
With Mum and Nick both keeping secrets, their relationship is at breaking point.
Talking to you as your mother, Nicholas.
Oh, whatever, man. I don't like being at home, period. Straight up, I don't like being at home.
He needs to sort his life out.
He is lost. He is absolutely lost.
In a desperate bid to get their teens to grow up and curb their selfishness, both mums have agreed to send them to live with new parents under a strict regime.
Love you.
Obviously, I'm really worried about how she's going to react and how she's going to be. Rosie doesn't do well with actually being told what to do.
Be a good boy. Look after yourself.
Yeah.
Think about your life.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay?
See you later.
Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Ciao. Cuídate. I do have worries. Yes, this experience must be made him to grow up a little bit, to be a man.
I'm Nick.
I'm Rosie.
How are you?
I'm good, you? Are you nervous?
I'm anxious.
I am, I was crying when my mum left.
Seriously?
Yeah. I'm quite worried if they don't like me.
The British teenagers are being sent over 4,000 miles away to the island of Puerto Rico in the Caribbean Sea. But this isn't a seaside holiday. They'll be staying with the Hills, a hard-working Christian family who live in an isolated rural area.
Being a parent is not a popularity contest. Side to side now. Hard. Put some back into it. We're firm. We have high expectations. We want only the best for our children.
Dad Ed is a lawyer, and wife Marta is a stay-at-home mum to 9-year-old Jeremy, 18-year-old Stephanie, and Ed Jr., who's 17.
Our parents do not tolerate laziness.
Jeremy, I need you to get the yellow wheelbarrow, quickly.
Ed and Marta are passionate about installing strong work ethics in their children.
If I'm working, if I'm sweating, everybody has to work and sweat with me.
We believe he who doesn't work doesn't eat. Thank you, Father, for this meal. Thank you for providing my life. We won't allow them to have dinner, for instance, if they don't have their chores done. Ed! As soon as you're done with that, get the mower out. Check the oil.
Ed and Marta Hill have zero tolerance for disobedience.
When our parents' authority is challenged, they don't like that.
Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you.
Rebellion in the heart of a child must be taken out. As soon as I see it, as soon as I hear it, as soon as I smell it, it will be dealt with swiftly and severely.
After a 12-hour flight, the British teenagers arrive in Puerto Rico's capital city, San Juan. Puerto Rico's tropical climate attracts 5 million tourists a year. Although Spanish is the first language, it is part of the United States.
Wow, that is so nice. I want to go on a cruise.
I want to go to the beach.
I bet you do. You reckon the family speaks English?
I hope they do. Just if they're dickheads.
They're dickheads. They don't know what's coming to them.
The teens will be staying in the northeastern part of the island, bordering a 28,000-acre rainforest, the El Zunque.
Feels like I'm in the jungle.
Oh my god, they look uptight. Oh no. They look like the perfect kind of family.
You get out first.
Why?
Because you just get out first.
Hello, welcome.
Yeah.
How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to see you. Hi, how are you?
I'm Rosie. Sorry,
Hi,
I'm
Rosie.
really hot.
You're probably
I'm Rosie.
Nice to meet you.
So welcome.
Welcome. Thank you. Hi, nice to meet you.
This is my wife, Marta.
Welcome, welcome.
Well, this is the house, okay? That's my son, Edward, my daughter, Stephanie, my youngest,
Nice to meet you.
Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Rosie. Is there crocodiles?
No, no crocodiles. This is Puerto Rico.
I don't know.
This is civilized. You'll be sharing a bed in the room with Stephanie.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay?
Really different to how my room is. But no, it's nice, yeah. Just want a cigarette.
Nick will be sharing a room with 17-year-old Ed Jr. and 9-year-old Jeremy.
No, these are Edward's. These are Edward's. The rest is.
It's yours. I never, ever had Lego. You guys are like the perfect kids, like literally. You read, you do stuff creative. I would never do none of this.
Well, I like them. They look like good kids.
I was expecting a more shocking kind of kid. The kind of that I don't want my kids to turn into.
I don't know, I think they're kind of like plastic.
Really? I think they seem really nice. Like really nice people. I just really want a cigarette.
So do I.
The Hills believe that children need clear and firm boundaries.
Nick, Rosie, come quickly.
So before the teens can settle in, Ed and Marta want to establish what those firm boundaries are.
Welcome to our house.
Thank you.
We'll be your parents for approximately 6 to 7 days. I hope that you guys know that you guys aren't on holiday. This is 2 acres of land. We expect that you guys pitch in. We don't tolerate laziness. We kind of live by a rule that if a man doesn't work, he doesn't eat. So that's one of the consequences of not helping out.
Let me expand that a little bit. The more you resist, the more we're gonna push. So if you want it easy, you better don't resist. If you resist, okay?
We expect obedience and respect. I don't enjoy being talked back to. I don't enjoy smart mouthing. The idea is that we live civilly together, that we live...
It's not civil though, is it? It's like state penitentiary or something.
No,
like jail.
it's not really
It is.
jail.
It is.
No, not at all. You can take the next one.
No smoking, cigarettes, or tobacco during your entire stay in Puerto Rico. Period.
And because I am a lawyer, I'm going to have you guys sign this set of rules as a contract with me. All right, guys? So there you go. Sign your names on the dotted line, and we're ready to rumble.
I'm not smoking.
I can't not smoke. I'm addicted. It's as simple as that.
So you guys aren't going to sign the contract because of this?
Yeah.
No, I can't do it. Sorry. No.
Just that I don't have to sit at this table anymore.
In the face of immediate defiance, Ed decides to stamp his authority on the teens.
I'm going to my room.
Well, before you go into your room,
I will be going into your room, and I will be going, and I will be taking your cigarettes away.
Really?
Yes, really.
I don't think.
And I
don't
will.
think so.
And I'm also going into Nick's room, Nick's
Go now
case, and I'm going to take the cigarettes.
then. Go and do it, go.
I'm going to do it.
Go.
Yeah, I need these cigarettes found.
Ed's determined to show the teens who's boss. The shock of his rules has driven Rosie and Nick to light up.
That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever fucking heard in my life, man. Nah. It just makes it all the better.
Hayden, you have to earn respect. You can't just not. I don't know who the fuck he is. What's he gonna do? Fucking go for one then? My mum and dad would never do that to anyone. Saying we've got to help around the house is not our help.
I can't find Nick's cigarettes.
They must have them.
They must have them on their body.
The teens think they've won a victory, but Ed has other ideas.
Would you like one?
You sure?
You guys have already decided to disrespect them. You guys have already...
Respect
Hold on.
has to be earned.
Can I finish, honey? You already cussed in the house. You said, bleep this. As you're staying in my house, I would hate for further consequences to occur. So you guys need to stop.
No, you know
I'm
what?
reasoning.
No.
I'm reasoning with
I'm
you guys.
18 years old. 18. I am legally allowed to smoke this. Me. You have respect for me, I'll give you respect. That's how I work. Simple as.
All right. Here's this. Listen to me. You will not smoke inside of the house.
Fair enough.
The no smoking rule will be bent. Every other rule will be respected and tolerated. If you agree to that, right now you have to put out the cigarette and we have to go back and sign the contract.
Okay.
I considered that the smoking was a minor issue in their lives, and I had bigger battles to fight with them.
We have an understanding, and I expect that you guys will do all right, okay? All right. Signed, sealed, and delivered. The hard part is over, and let's get some stuff done so we can have some dinner.
The Hills work together every day as a team and look forward to their evening meal for family discussions.
Dig in, let's dig in. Pass it down, pass it all around.
So Nick, you have hobbies?
I don't really do much other than like get high.
Huh?
I don't do much other than get high.
That's all you do?
Yeah, pretty much.
Getting high? Okay, what do you use to get high?
Cannabis. Don't smoke anything else.
Smoking what?
Cannabis.
Okay, marijuana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I drink quite a lot.
What do you drink?
What do you
Beer,
drink?
wine?
Vodka.
That's hard.
Yeah. Me and one of my other friends could go through 5 bottles of wine between us.
You and a friend.
Yeah.
5 bottles of wine.
Yeah.
And how do you keep it down?
We just pass out.
So what's school life like?
Rubbish.
I done terrible in school. I done really badly. Got kicked out of most things.
I sort of stopped going to school when I was 14 or whatever.
But are you allowed to stop it?
No, you're not allowed to stop at 14. I just did because I hated it. My mum, she got taken to court because she couldn't she couldn't drag me into school.
Oh boy. Well, tomorrow we'll be doing some school. We consider that having an education is super important, and I quite frankly expect that you guys do well. Let's pick up. Everybody take their plate. And let's go. Except for Rosie who doesn't have a plate.
I can't even explain how different they are to my parents. Do you like them?
No, not really. My mum is quite strict, but not to that point.
There's just like no comparison.
It's just unreasonable.
Yeah, right. We've got to get up at 5 as well.
For school, yay.
You gotta get up for school. Haven't got up for school for so long.
Yeah, me neither.
It's weird.
Good morning, girls.
Today, Rosie will attend school for the first time in 2 years.
Nico, vamos. Okay, get some. You want some coffee?
Yeah.
All right. I'll make you a cup of coffee and get dressed.
It's gonna be your skirt. You're gonna be wearing a skirt.
In Puerto Rico, full school uniform is compulsory.
You don't like wearing skirts?
No, I don't like those skirts, no.
9 minutes. Let's do this.
I think it's a load of bullshit, man. This uniform's not gonna last, don't worry. No.
5 minutes, guys.
This gets ridiculous. I look like a dick.
Shirt in. Button up. Let's do this. I gotta go.
Puerto Rico has one of the highest college education rates in the whole world, ranking 6th. Nick and Rosie will be attending Bonneville, a private school with a reputation for high-achieving, disciplined students.
You guys will be. Nick!
What?
The shirt!
I can't tuck it in, man. It looks
Yes,
weird.
you can. Listen, Nick, you're gonna wear the shirt tucked in. Go on now. You're a reflection of me and my household, and I want you guys to reflect me. Now, come on. Let's get into school. Nick, stay in.
Before they can start class, the teens must meet with headmistress Mrs. Ruiz to go over the school rules.
We don't allow any glasses and sunglasses in any moment. So we can go over some of the basic rules of the school. We don't allow hats, so you cannot stay with that hat here with the beanie, okay? Boys must wear their polos or shirt tucked in with a belt and black shoes. Our school has no tolerance of the following: no cigarette, no bullying or fighting, no weapon, knives, guns, etc. Students will be expelled immediately if they are involved in any of the above. Students that show lack of respect to a teacher or staff member will be sent to the office immediately. Questions?
You will find that they're very responsive.
Okay, good. Let's move on and let's go this way.
Rosie and Nick will be joining the senior pupils for registration with teacher Mrs. Diaz.
I think they're going to shine because I think that they want to be examples of what a good kid is.
Good morning.
Good morning.
The new pupils are asked to introduce themselves to the rest of the class.
My name's Rosie, and I'm from England. I didn't really like school, so I stopped going when I was like 14.
What do you do on your weekends?
Get wrecked, really, like, yeah, there's quite a lot of parties. I drink quite a lot of alcohol. I think I started drinking when I was like 13, maybe.
How old are you now?
16.
Oh my god, I usually look 16.
Okay, any other question? Okay, please, feel free. Thank you.
What's going on, everyone? I'm Nick, from London. Went to school, didn't like it, got kicked out.
You said you got kicked out of school for what reasons?
Being rude to teachers, fighting, smoking on school premises. I think that's it.
I'm speechless, actually.
What I do on the weekend, I smoke a lot of drugs and listen to music.
If I were you, I wouldn't do that, man. I mean, in your life, you can have so much future and without using drugs, man.
Okay, guys, let's start with the class then. Excuse me. Rosie, do you have a copy?
No. What is it?
It says class rules and the...
After registration, the teacher runs through the school rules, but Rosie and Nick aren't listening.
You know that you will not get a late pass, so be here on time. You remain seated until I say that the class is dismissed. It's a two-way street. I respect you and you respect me.
I think Nick and Rosie do have a lot of freedom, but I think it's like they use it in like wrong ways. I think their lack of motivation is like really sad because if you don't get motivated with your education, you're not gonna have a good future.
You really need to have your shirt tucked in. If not, you'll be sent to the office.
1 hour into their school life in Puerto Rico, Rosie and Nick decide to skip class. No pupils are allowed to wander the campus during class time, and headmistress Mrs. Ruiz spots the teens flouting the rules.
Why aren't you out of class?
We're going to class in a minute.
Oh, no, you're not supposed to be here now. You have to need to go to class.
I don't know where the class is.
Where's your schedule?
It's here.
10:30. You're supposed to go to room 21. 29, let's go. Math.
I don't want to be here anyway.
Well, you go to math, or then you go to my office and we'll call your parents.
All right, let's go to the office.
Let's go to the office.
Let's do it.
Students in Puerto Rico at your age, they all go to school.
And I don't like school. I didn't go to school in England. Do you know what I mean? So why am I going to come to school in like Puerto Rico?
I just don't like school. Simple as. Plain and simple.
So, what are your expectations when you grow up, when you're a man and you
I'm
need family?
I'm not thinking about the future yet.
You're
I don't
not
want a
thinking
family.
about your future? Okay, it's
need
coming right away. You just told me you're a man.
Yeah, I know. I am, but I don't need to think about it right now.
Excuse
so
me?
I'm not going to.
Okay, and how did your parents pay for everything for you?
Pretty much.
Oh, pretty much. Yeah. You're a lucky guy. You know, this is the way Ponyville is run, and I cannot have a bad example for my other kids. I'm sorry.
Ed has been called away from work to collect Nick and Rosie from school.
Depending on how he acts now, this could be make or break, literally. And seriously, if he's a wanker, then I'm not gonna, no way. Not gonna do it.
They don't want to stay in class, and I cannot have students outside the classrooms. They disobey our rules, and unfortunately, they cannot come back to school.
If they were to change their attitude, would they be allowed to come back?
No. I'm sorry. No. They told me that they came for a holiday to Puerto Rico.
No, they certainly didn't come for a holiday.
Well.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
The British teens are permanently excluded. Their school life in Puerto Rico is over.
All right, guys, let's go. Well, I'm irate. I'm very angry. They're acting like babies, and they can't get through a day of school. A simple day of school.
So when Rosie wanders off to swap mobile numbers, it's the final straw.
Rosie! Rosie, right now! Right now! Right now! Right now! Let me see that. Let me see that.
Look, it's a phone number. It's my property.
It's not your property. Can I talk to you?
Alright, no, what are you doing, man? Leave him alone. No, they ain't got nothing to do with it. Hey, no, you don't have to talk to him. Oh, for fuck's sake, no, don't worry, man. Just leave. He's a bit cranky.
Did you just say?
Yeah,
fuck?
Yeah, I did. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? That's what I thought. Piss it up, man. Being rude.
You guys have breached every agreement.
I don't give two flying fucks. Look, I swore, loads. Oh well. Life goes on. It's just a word. Jeez.
I will not be embarrassed in public. There's gonna be some trouble at home tonight.
Ed tells Marta about the teens' appalling behavior at school.
Not 2 periods went by that they've already been kicked out of school. Already kicked out of school.
So I guess that they're not gonna have fun at all.
There's no privileges. It's over. They get nothing. Sick of this already. And Nick dared to talk back to me. Nick dared to speak foul language to me. They act like just a bunch of spoiled brats, that's what they are.
That's good. Let's put them to work.
Ed calls them to the table one at a time to hand out their punishment.
When I went to pick you up, you belched out a bunch of cuss words to me.
Yeah, but you was being rude to Rosie. And I don't care. No, you was. You was shouting at her like she was a 7-year-old little girl, and I'm not gonna stand for that because she's my friend, and I'm gonna look out for her.
Quite frankly, you don't need to stick up for her. I have to stick up for her.
At that age, you're supposed to obey your parents, and you're not doing it.
You're just looking after me. That's it. You're not my parents. You're not my mum. You're not my dad.
Think, Nick?
Yeah.
Now, Nick, you've breached a series of covenants, and there are going to be consequences to breaching those covenants. I'm going to go get changed, and you're going to help me out in the backyard.
Really?
Yes.
No.
All right, go to your room, cool off.
This guy just keeps trying to think that I'm his son, and it's just really pissing me off because I've got my dad and he's the person that's like that to me. No one else can ever take up that position in my life. No one. Simple as.
This is so hard. It's harder than I thought. Want a cup of coffee?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna need it.
So, you're not gonna work? No.
What did they say?
I was just like, there's gonna be consequences. How can he talk to me like that and expect me to abide by his fucking rules?
I've been doing it for 17 years.
Yeah, but you're
I
used
don't
to
know
it.
how. Come to England and you'll see a whole new different light on things. Seriously. Does it not annoy you?
No. Yes, he's used to it.
Yeah, he doesn't know any other way. You have no idea. What?
Your turn.
The Hills believe in rewarding good behaviour and punishing bad. So Rosie must also be reprimanded for skipping class.
The consequences are severe. You have no privileges, Rosie. You are not allowed to use the internet. You're not allowed to use the telephone. You're not allowed to watch television. You will help out, and you will help out.
I'm going home. I'm not staying. I don't want to be with these people. I don't like them. They're nothing to me.
I can see her getting angry as well. It's kind of cool.
Rosie is intent on leaving, but there is nowhere to go. The Hills' nearest neighbour is over a mile away through a tropical rainforest. Due to the dangers in Puerto Rico, the Hills don't allow their kids out of the grounds unaccompanied.
I'm fucking getting him to open the gate. I'm not staying here.
How can you actually do this?
I don't know. I'm not staying in this shithole. They're the most awful people I've ever met in my whole life, ever.
Ed's tactic is to ignore Rosie's attempted escape, and the Hills carry on with their household chores.
Oi, dickhead, open the gate! Open the gate! Answer me when I'm talking to you. Open the gate! I'm going to smash your house until you open the gate.
If she wants to get into a bickering match, I'm not going to. She wants to rid herself of our authority. I'm going to allow her to have her tantrum, and I think she'll do fine after she has her tantrum.
The keys to get out of the gate.
All right, honey, go try those keys.
What fucking key is this? I'll fucking drive one of your fucking cars.
That's a car key. That car isn't here anymore.
Well then, you won't mind if I do this then, will you?
No.
Yeah, good. Now, give me the keys to open the gate because I'm not staying here.
I can't, honey.
Don't call me honey, alright?
He's not gonna back down. So that's why I would probably snicker every now and then when they would try to disobey my father. I'm like, oh.
You come and open the gate. Please, Dad.
One, I will smash your car window.
Why don't you go lie down for a while?
No, I don't want to lie down. I want to get out of this shithole. Why? Can you not ignore me? Why won't you open the gate? Why won't you open the gate?
It's been 8 hours since the standoff began between the British teens and the Hill family.
It's almost 7 o'clock. We're going to sit down and have some dinner. If she wants to sleep outside, enjoy the company, because there's lots of it. Listen to it. Father, bless this meal, provide for those that do not have, and look upon our guests and bless them. Look at their attitude, look at their rebellion. I pray in the name of Jesus. Amen. All right, dig in. How's that? That good?
We're gonna smoke in their car.
She can have a tantrum all week if she'd like. It's up to her. But I'm not budging. I'm not playing games. I've gone as far as I can with her, and this is the line.
Disconnecting the car battery, Ed defeats Rosie yet again.
Good idea. Good idea.
Cuidado.
I am not staying here. I don't understand why you won't kick me out.
No, I don't want to kick you out.
Why? What do I have to do to be kicked out? Should I go and teach your little boy some really bad swear words? Will that work?
Well, let me tell you this. Today, you have shown me that, in fact, you are not 16, you are 6 years old.
Well...
Have your fit, and when we're done,
No,
you're done,
no,
then I'm done with you.
I'm
I'm done.
fitting. No, listen.
I'm done with you.
How do you expect me to... Like, how do you expect me to talk to you like an adult with respect when you're treating me like I'm...
It's approaching midnight, and Nick is beginning to flag.
You gotta have balls of steel. Seriously, it's not easy at all. The easiest way is to just say sorry, go inside and sleep, have a shower. I feel like I've failed.
You haven't failed.
But
You just don't want to sleep out here.
yeah, that's the only reason I'm saying sorry. There is no other reason. I wouldn't say sorry otherwise.
No, I'm saying I was out of order.
I don't think you are.
I was. I was completely out of order. It was disgusting, my behaviour. So, just do it.
Ed's firm stance has finally broken the teens.
I wanted to apologise for the way that I spoke to you and your wife earlier. And I am truly sorry. I really regret speaking to you the way I did, and it was completely uncalled for.
Are you going to follow the rules?
For the rest of the time that I'm here, I'm going to follow your rules.
My house, my rules. I'm sorry. That's what I want to hear.
It's your house, they're your rules, and I'm sorry.
I want you to take a shower, and I want you to go to bed. Right now. Nick stays.
I can't believe he's still talking to me after the way I spoke to him, really. But there's no point in kicking off because he's not going to send me home. I don't kick off like that at home because I don't need to. Because like my mum, like she never treats me like that.
Look me straight in the eye, like a man, and I want you to tell me, my house, my rules, I'm sorry.
It's your house, your rules, and I'm sorry. But there's one thing that I would like to say is just, I don't appreciate you trying to be my dad because I've got quite bad father issues and it's not helping me.
Nick doesn't know his real dad and has never met him. When he was little, his mother left his father and fled Colombia in fear of her life.
I was shot in my back 2 times and in my arm. It was very bad. It was very bad. Then I have to leave the country as far as I could.
The events were so traumatic, Anna doesn't talk about it, and Nick suspects his father was involved in the shooting.
Nicholas didn't know that I was shot until 2 years ago. Because he sees my scars, he came and asked me. I have to say, yes, I was shot. And he didn't ask anything else.
His stepdad, Christian, is the only father Nick has ever known.
I don't mind you being like friendly or whatever, but I just don't want you to try and think that you're my dad because I've only got one dad and I care for him a lot.
I am in no way, shape, or form trying to elbow your stepfather out of the picture at all. But your stepdad and I have formed a team. Are we good? Tomorrow we'll talk about the rest. Go on.
Breakfast good? It's delicious.
Ed's back in the driving seat. To ensure the teens play by the rules, he decides to put them to work around the house under his beady eye.
Around here, boys work outside and girls work inside.
Yeah. You can start from that.
Mum told me to do this, so I tell her to go away. Come on, that's a ridiculous amount of grass to cut.
Go around. Yeah, Mrs. Fun. You, Mrs. Fun, right here.
Start raking. I think he's doing really well. He's taken a crack at, and looks like he's doing just fine.
To reinforce Nick's newfound work ethic, Ed is taking him to the Casa de Niños foster home to meet manager Maria Ramirez.
Hi, Nick, welcome.
The shirt says Mr. Lazy, but on the inside, he's a strong and valiant man. I know it.
I'm sure that's true.
Nick is shown around by Carlos, a volunteer who used to live in the home.
I got here when I was 9 years old until I was 19.
It's just weird seeing like that everyone has to share a room.
It's very difficult at first when you get here, but you get used to it.
The 50 boys in the foster home must do chores and go to school.
So do you get to do chores in your house?
My room is horrible. I hardly ever clean it. My room is... Because I'm hardly ever at home, I don't really have time to clean my room.
The kids here get to do this every day, from Mondays to Fridays, and sometimes on Sunday.
My mum mostly does all the chores. Actually, my mum does a lot for me at home.
It's so good to have a family. It's someone that cares for you, and when you have a problem, they're there for you. You have your mom. I don't have mine, but I'm grateful for what I have.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna listen to your advice, and I'm gonna help my mum more when I get home. I didn't do it at all, I'm not gonna lie. Apart from to help myself, which is kind of selfish. None of these kids have anything, like literally they've got nothing. I think every kid needs a father figure or a mum figure growing up. I wish I could talk to my mum. You think I'm old enough to know the truth? I want to know the full story, because she always bursts into tears whenever she even mentions anything like that. So I don't really know anything about it, or I don't know much about it, but I do know that she went through a lot of heartache for me.
Back home, Marta steps in to help Nick with his confused feelings about his parents.
I would like to know about her past, because I know some of it, but I don't know the full story. I think it was either my dad or someone working for my dad that shot my mum, but that's only because trying to piece together everything that happened. I've always thought that my mum got shot because of me. I've always thought that it was my fault. And so I've always thought it was my fault, and I guess that's probably the root of my why I'm so demotivated for everything.
You should try to communicate with your mom. Talk to her about your things.
Nick's been away from home for 6 days. Now Marta helps him pluck up the courage to ask his mother the truth.
Hello.
Hello.
Hola, mi niño, ¿cómo está?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm fine, darling. How are you?
Yeah, I'm cool. Everything's cool. Anyways, Mum, I just wanted to know if my biological dad shot you, and was it my fault?
No, darling. No, absolutely no. You have absolutely nothing to do with that, or your biological dad doesn't have anything to do with that. Anything at all, darling.
Okay.
Don't worry. It's something that I need to talk to you about it. It's not your fault. It's not your dad's fault. It's nobody's fault, okay? Absolutely nothing to do with that.
Okay, Mum. Thank you for answering that. And yeah, we need to talk when I get back. I've got a heart-to-heart.
Yes, darling. I'm agree from that.
Okay.
I love you and I miss you so much.
I love you too, Mum.
Okay. Bye.
I feel relieved that it weren't my fault. I feel relieved I didn't have anything to do with it.
I choose not to say anything good or bad about his dad because I didn't have anything good to say. I decided not to say anything, and I think that was my mistake, but I was protecting Nicholas.
It's probably the main reason I've been angry. Because I didn't know much of it. I just made assumptions, and it's just the anger kept building up and building up over the years.
The British teen's time in Puerto Rico is nearly over. Ed wants Rosie to see how her binge drinking could destroy her life. So today, he's taking her to a drug rehabilitation center.
We're in Comunidad Las Peñas in San Juan. This is a pretty bad zone in Puerto Rico. Buenos días. Buenos días. Te traigo a Rosie?
Okay, Rosie, we're gonna introduce you to the other girls so you can meet them, and then we're gonna go to the kitchen. Okay? Follow me.
like washing dishes? No, no. Why are you here?
Because I was a drug addict.
What drug?
I started with alcohol when I was 16. And then after that, I experimented with marijuana, cocaine, like around 17. And then after that, I ended up doing heroin and coke. This is my home right now. What time you start drinking, Jack? 16? You just started drinking, or?
No, like I've sort of started drinking regularly. That was from when I was 16, really. But I used to drink like occasionally, from like 14, I suppose. I do think I'm different because, like, I know when to stop. I don't like carry it on and carry it on. Like, but I suppose everyone said that.
But
really.
I started like that, you know? And look where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
So you think you can control it. And you don't see it. We don't see it, you know, until we hit a bottom that is too late. You have to take care of yourself, you know. I see Rosie and I see me. And I don't want her to happen through what I went through. I hope she listens really hard, you know, and she realized that if she continues drinking like that, she can, you know, end like me or like any of the girls here in Detox.
I definitely think I'll be like more careful and be like more wary of like how much I'm drinking. I'm just gonna be like more sensible about my drinking. Not gonna end up like this. Okay. I think I've done really well today. Yeah. I'm proud of myself. I'll see you later. Bye. 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 They kept saying thank you to me and things like that. I thought it was really sweet. I think they really appreciate the work that I've done here.
Father, we thank you for this meal. We thank you for providing, my Lord. We thank you for this day and the many.
Thank you.
I was pretty amazed about the change in Rosie's attitude. I was a little taken by it because I really wasn't. I was expecting a little bit more of the foot dragging and a little bit more of the fist pounding.
Have you ever had a ketchup sandwich?
That's just like him. So I'm guessing at this point that there has been a breakthrough.
Nick and Rosie's time in Puerto Rico has come to an end.
I am more optimistic about my future. I think its best quality is he sees the good stuff in everyone and not the bad.
Hello. Almost ready?
Yeah.
Rosie has changed so much in just a few days, just by us not caving in on her demands.
Thank you.
Coming here has just opened my eyes to not being lazy, sort of helped me realise that I need to find a job and prove to myself and my family and everyone that I'm not completely, you know, worthless and that I can buckle down and get to work and not just laze about smoking weed all day. Sweet, man.
I will miss them, but I'm going to remember them for a very, very, very long time.
I really hope this experience has taught Rosie just a little bit more about taking responsibility for her own actions. I have been too soft on Rosie. She needs some firmer boundaries, and I certainly intend to put those in place now.
I have definitely come away with some positive things. I appreciate her much more. I've decided I want to go to college and retake my GCSEs.
That's more than enough for me. That's brilliant. I couldn't ask for anything more.
I am really sorry that if I've worried you and stuff in the past, and I'm going to try my best not to worry you anymore.
It's only because I love you so much. I know.
I hope Nicholas could have from this that he can really talk to me, or he realize maybe that we are here for him and that we always gonna listen what he have to say.
How are you? I'm good. How are you?
How you found it?
It was hard, but it was fun. It made me realise that I'm not as lazy as I thought I was. In the past, I'm not proud to admit it, but I smoked a lot of the weed, and I promise you, from this point onwards, I will make you proud. Promise you that. With all my heart.
I love you, darling.
I love you too, Mum.
I'm so proud, darling.
Next time on World's Strictest Parents, school dropout Scott Collinson.
Very good puns.
And party boozer Billy Spencer.
I've had enough. Okay, so what does that mean? Swivel on it?
Get new parents in Kenya.
I'm not wearing uniform.
You are embarrassing me here.
I'm not embarrassing you.
I'm not getting used to anything. I'm not going near that. He's lazy.
I'm not going somewhere I don't know. No, I'm not.
This is a very big problem here. A big one.
See how they cope with all of that next Monday at 9. Next tonight on BBC Three, catch up with all the latest from the Square.
In a world of indecision, one man can show us the way.
What's the Queen's first name?
Look. Oh, don't you think he's a bit awkward? It's like she's dating her dad.
How not to live your life.
If we see you near these premises again, we'll call the police.
Got a great feeling about this.
Tonight at 10:30 on BBC Three.
Hi, I'm Sam. Here's our check on the global news channels. President Obama's trip to India on many. BBC World News and CNN were live with him in Delhi. The US president said he backed their claims for a seat at the UN's top table. Germany's ARD and ZDF reporting anti-nuclear protests. TVE said it's over a train carrying nuclear waste. Press TV showed activists trying to stop it moving. More trouble for Qantas. Australia's ABC and Channel 9 said the airline's super jumbos are grounded for 3 more days. The boss explained it's because oil leaks were found. On China's CCTV, this is Blue Strike 2010. Chinese and Thai Marines have done joint exercises. It's the first time they've trained together. And royal rumours. America's ABC said there's clues Prince William is about to get engaged to Kate Middleton. Experts told them it's a case of when, not if, there'll be a wedding. I'm back at 11. Stay with 3 now for EastEnders.
These girls might know what they want.
Rich reds, yellows, cosy.
Here's what I want. But boys will be boys.
I want a space theme in my bedroom.
Can we put a fish tank in there?
If I could create a house that was run purely by technology, I would do it.
I hate everything.
Wow.
It is hideous.
Mad About the House returns for a brand new series, Tuesday at 9 on BBC Three.